Hello everyone and welcome back to Exam Ignite YouTube channel. This is 5th semester subject Research Methodology and IPR Module 5 Part 1 video where we'll be discussing about the industrial designs. In that the design rights, enforcement of design rights, the acts and laws of governing the industrial designs and protection terms, procedure for the registration of industrial designs, priors, what are the steps involved in that, and also the classification of the industrial design, design registration trend in India, international treaties, and famous case law, that is Apple versus Samsung. So this will be a part 1 video. In the part 2 video, we'll be discussing about the geographical indicators. Starting with explain industrial design with the eligibility criteria, governing laws, and the example. So industrial design is nothing but design that refers to the features of shape, configuration, pattern, ornaments, or composition of lines or colors that is applied to any article. So a design may be 1D, 2D, 3D, or the combination of that. So it can be created by an industrial process or means where manual, mechanical, or chemical separate or combined process. So in the finite article, design should appeal to be judged solely by the eye. So it does not include any mode of principle of construction, nothing is required, it is a mechanical device. So main objective of this registration of an industrial design is to protect the original creativity and encourage the artistic innovation. This is the main thing of the industrial design. Eligibility criteria for the industrial design. Here it must be novel and original. That is, it should be designed by yourself. Your own creativity should not to be disclosed to the public by the prior publication or prior use or any other means. Before you are getting the approval, it should not be disclosed. So this should be significantly distinguishable from the already existing designs. So essential characteristics of the design is, as I said, novel and original, applicable to the function of the article. It should be relevant to the article that you have designed, then visible on the finished article, and no prior publication or disclosure should be done. Acts and laws that is governing this industrial design in India are Design Act 2000 and Design Rules 2001. So these laws have been amended in the many years. So examples of the famous industrial design is Coca-Cola bottle shape. So the shape that the glass bottle of Coca-Cola is a masterpiece of the industrial design. It was designed in 1915. It is visually appealing and instantly recognizable. So that is one creative thing that they have designed. Next is Vespa. This is an manufactured by Piaggio, an Italian company, sold worldwide since the 1940s. So features are, it is painted on a steel body, flat floorboard, then comfortable hand grip, protection from wind. So the design is pleasing to eyes. iPhone, as we know, it is manufactured by Apple company. Then features, it is a sleek and it is having a rectangular body, corners are rounded and smooth, and it is easy to operate. Mini Cooper, this is manufactured with a British Motor Corporation, a small sized car with a unique shape. So it provides nearly 80% space for the passenger seating and luggage. Rocking wheelchair, a circular shaped chair, or provides a smoothing rocking motion and includes a headlight provision in that wheelchair. So like this, that is done. Next is explain the design rights, enforcement of design rights, and non-protectable industrial designs in India. So basically, design rights, these are conferred through the design registration. This provides a right to the proprietor. They can legally exclude others from reproducing, selling, or producing, dealing in the registered design. They cannot use that design without proper prior consent of the proprietor. Why does this important for registering? So it is useful when the shape of the product has an aesthetic value. It provides an exclusivity over the novel or the original design that is applied to a product or article. Enforcement of design rights. So here, once the design registers are granted, the proprietor can sue the infringer. So legal action can be taken if they violated or pirated products on the designed registered designs are used. So the infringement case can be filed in the court, not lower than the district court. Next, what is the role of the court? So under the Act of Design Act 2000, they will take the action. So if it is not registered, then there will be no legal action. If infringement or piracy is proved, then the court can stop the exploitation and award a damage up to 50,000 for that use infringement. Then non-protectable industrial designs in India, which cannot be considered against the public morality. Any design that is against the public moral values. National symbols like flags, emblems, signs of any country cannot be used as industrial design. Integrated circuits are also excluded. Then process-based designs, that is a process of making an article. If you describe it in your design, that is not correct. Printed matter or documents like books, calendars, certificates, forms, maps, this cannot be used. Artistic works under the Copyright Act, here the paintings, sculptures, drawings, photographs, work of architecture, these are also cannot be done. Then trademarks. So already industrial design trademarks are done. So industrial designs do not include that trademarks. Explain the protection term, produce for procedure for the registration of industrial designs, duration, importance, and cancellation of the registered design. Protection is the outer shape or design of the product makes it more appealing. It acts as a value adder factor. So therefore, there is no need to protect the design from the unauthorized use by third party. Protection means it can be protected for 10 years in India. The protection can be extended by 5 years. Extension is possible after making the renewal application. Next is procedure, the most important topic in the module 5, where they'll be asking you to write the flowchart. This has been asked in the model question paper 1 and June, July 2025 and December, Jan 2024. First step is prior art search. Before filling the application, you have to ensure that the design is not already registered. Second thing, that this all should also include search that is carried out in various platforms. In the databases, you can check it out whether it is existing or not. Application. So the design that you have found should be novel and distinguishable. An applicant can file an registration. That is filed by what? By an individual or an entity or an institution or an organization. This is filled through a patent agent, or you can fill it yourself. If the applicant is not any resident of India, an Indian agent must be appointed. Then application is submitted to whom? To the design office or deputy controller of patents and designs, Kolkata. Then examination of the application. After your filling, an examiner checks the compliance with the eligibility criteria. If there is any objection raised, they are communicated to the applicant. The applicant must respond within the 6 months from the date of objection. Next is acceptance and publications. Once the objections are removed, the application is accepted for the registration. So details of the design are published in the official journal of patent office. If there is no objection is received, then the design is registered. Registration and certificate. After the registration, the applicant becomes proprietor of the design and gets the exclusive rights to design the what he has done. A request is made for the issuance of the certificate of the registration they will give. Now you have to draw the flow chart. Let us see here. First, filling the application, then formality check that you can amend it, then substitute examination within the 6 months, acceptance. If yes, then it acceptance for the registration. If no, then you have to amend it back. There's a 6 months from the date of application for the acceptance of registration, then publication in the official journal within the 1 month of acceptance. Then they issue a certificate that can be renewable. Our term can be 10 years but extended for 5 years. If there is no, then the cancellation or the opposition proceedings is done. So notice the duration, as I said, it is 10 years. If the priority date is claimed, duration is counted from the priority date. It may be extended for 5 years. Extension requires the Form 3 and the prescribed fee. So submissions before expiry of the 10 years to be done. Importance of design registration. So as I said, exclusive right to the applicant prevents the piracy and the imitation of the design, helps in boosting the product sale, assists in establishing a goodwill in the market. Cancellation of registered design. So it can be cancelled anytime in the Form 8 with the prescribed fee it is given. Grounds for cancellation is design is already registered, or a prior publication in India, design is not original, it is not a design under the section 2. So application form is 24 forms related to industrial designs are there. Important forms are described prescribed in the design rules. These are the some of the Form 1, Form 4, 3, 8, 9, along with the natural person fees for a small entity, for the large entity. The different types of fees are mentioned here. Next comes the explain the classification of industrial design, design and registration trends in India, international treaties, famous case law, classification of industrial design. In that, there are different classes. It is done according as per the Locarno Agreement in 1968. It is classified as registration of industrial designs and design search. So we are having 32 classes. In that 237 subclasses, this can be searched in English and French. Examples of class 1 means foodstuffs for human being, foodstuffs for animals, dietetic foods. Packaging of food is excluded from class 1. So packaging such as bottles, flasks, pots, carboys, then pressurized containers, these are classified under class 9. In class 32, this includes graphic symbols, logos, surface, patterns, ornaments. Design registration trend in India. So statistics show that design is filed, design is examined, and design registered during the 2010 to 20. 88% that has been increased during the period in design that is filed, examined as 117%, and 33% in design registered. Highest number of recorded in 2019-20. So it is filed as 20,268 and examined as 13,000 something and registered as 14,000. So all these parameters show a similar growth pattern. International treaties on industrial design. WIPO administers two important treaties. So the first argument is Hague Argument in 1925 that deals with the international registration of the industrial design. Locarno Argument in 1968 that deals with the international classification of industrial design. Next comes the famous case law that is Apple versus Samsung Electronics. So in 2011, Apple filed a case against the Samsung saying that case filed in the United States District Court, Northern District of California, allegation was infringement of the design and utility patents, that is they have copied it. So Apple submitted a side by side images of the iPhone 3GS and the Galaxy S uh, series. So here later it was found that the image was tampered. So Samsung accused Apple of false and misleading evidence. So Samsung countersued Apple in the South Korea, Japan, Germany, USA, US International Trade Commission. So this case continued for 7 years. In June 2018, settlement reached and Samsung was ordered to pay $539 million to Apple. So this was a case study. They may ask this because in the last year, they had asked in 2024, both in June, July, and December 2024. So this was all about the part 1 video of the module 5. I hope you have understood everything. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe to Exam Ignite YouTube channel. See you in the next video.